What's up? Y'all good? So as always, I'm gonna holler at you about a couple of things here. I remember when I first started Man Up Certified, Man Up Community. I got into a little tiff with my wife because she was like, hey, these grown men, they kind of already know, what they want. They've already made their mistakes. It's too late for them. And quite frankly, to her point, it's easier to build strong boys than to repair broken men. And there's the truth to that. But in my soul, something was pulling me, man. Like something was saying, and I feel like it was God that was giving me purpose to say, there's going to be a resurgence specifically for Black men. Whereas we have been disenfranchised, we've been talked about negatively, we've been in the news in a real crazy way, but there's going to be a resurgence in which these Black men are going to be highly desired, sought after, and wanted among any other race. Now, this was, I don't know when did I start Man Up, 2011, this is a while ago. And no, it wasn't 2011, but I got this vision. And so I just had to cut through all of the drama from everybody, people I brought on. You need to do something for these young boys. You need to do something for these young boys, and that's fine. But my challenge with working with specifically young boys and saving our sons is where they gonna go once we save them. I feel like if I get the men in the community, I ain't gotta save your son. I can help you. You can go get your own son. So that's the reason why I believe so strongly in Man Up Community, because I believe that the strength of a community can be gauged by the strength of the men that are in that community. Do we need women? 1,000%. Let's not be dumb. We need women. But what I do is specifically for men. I'm direct. Sometimes my tone is not necessarily what you would say is great or appealing for women, but I know how to talk to dudes because I can see the king in the kid, but I can also see the kid in the king. And each one of those languages demands a different approach. So if I'm talking to the kid and the king, there's a certain way I got to deal with that. And if I'm talking to the king and the kid, that's a certain way I got to talk about that as well. Let me say this before I move on to some other things I want to say, that everything has a language. Everything and everybody has a language. And you have to ask yourself, am I willing to learn what that language is? Hey, bro, your wife, she's got a language, man. Do you know how to speak her love language? Do you know how to speak the language of a leader for her? Because how you speak to your wife, it ain't necessarily how I speak to my wife. And then for somebody else, it may not be how they speak to their wife. But you got to learn the language. Money has a language. Do you know the language of money? Like you might know what you know about money, but money has a lot of different languages. And once you learn the language, there's a lot of dialects there as well. So you got to be given to learning the language of whatever it is that you're dealing with. And so for me, as I deal with men, I understand that many of us are broken, but we don't want to tell nobody. Many of us have some father wounds, mother wounds. We don't really want to tell anybody. Because to tell somebody that you don't know, you don't have, and you are not it, is to say that you're weak. And ain't no real dude gonna tell you or admit openly, hey, I'm standing up in the weak line. It doesn't happen. So what we do is we create a community around these guys to let you know, say, bruh, some of the stuff you dealing with, I'm dealing with too. So it doesn't matter whether you're a bum or a billionaire. Every man has some issues that he's got to work through. And so once you work through those issues, then it's time to win. And so you got a community of not just, we just talking about, woe is me, but it's a community where when you get into this community, we help you see your blind spots. Let me tell you something real quick. So for people who don't have guys or just people in their lives, this is in general, women and men, I'm leery of a person that doesn't have like friends, like close friends in their lives. I'm leery of that Because what's up with you that you don't have people close to you to tell you that roses actually don't really smell like boo boo hoo hoo hoo. Hey, you know, you got to have somebody that be able to tell you, hey, your slip hanging. Say, bruh, no, that ain't cool. I mean, unless you want to tell your business, and I don't think you want to tell your business, hey, when that girl walked past with a real fat booty, like, woo, and you followed her all the way out the door, hey man, you telling your business. And unless you want to tell your business, don't do that. When you got angry that time at your kid, and then you pulled up, but when you wanted to snatch him, and all he was really doing was asking you a question. And the way you responded to him, hey man, unless you want to tell your business, keep doing it like that. But if you don't want to tell your business, yeah, you got to fix that, dog. And I'm telling you, people see different sides of you. And when you have friends and when you have community, they help you be better. You know, hey, okay, this is when I get real direct. Hey, some of y'all dudes out here looking real crazy. You looking real simple out here in these streets because you so bold and you so much ego. And you so, snapping back at people every time, which by the way is very feminine energy. But you so tripping off of people so much, can't nobody tell you nothing. And that's why you not winning like you could win. Now, I'm not telling you that I'm at the apex of this thing. When I created Man Up Community, my biggest challenge with God was that I ain't done yet. I'm a man of faith, but I got a whole lot of other stuff in there. I got faith, I got freak, I got fight, I got fervor, I got a whole lot of F's. Huh? All right. Okay. All up in there. And I'm just saying, God, I don't know if I'm really the person to be at the lead of this, but he kept putting it on my heart. And sometimes I would do other things and I would try to hide behind different things. But no, this is where I'm supposed to be. And so I don't mind telling you, bruh, that as we progress and as we decide to be the best versions of ourselves, and as we decide to make our first million, as we decide, hey man, a lot of deals is on the golf course and I ain't swung a lick of golf. We learn golf. Watch this. As we learn to develop a fighting style, all right? Because watch this. I think every man, I was listening to Kevin Samuels talking about this, and he was absolutely right. I've been on this for a long time. Like every man should be proficient in an area of being able to defend himself. Whether that's boxing, because most cats, if you've been in a fight before, most fights last maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. That's a pretty long fight. And if you've been in a fight before, you can kind of, you can hold your own. Whatever. But if it's ever a situation where it's longer than that, man, your breathing ain't right, and then some of us, like me, I'm 48 years old. Last time I've been in a fight. Forever, So the thing is, if something happens, I think I can protect my family because I carry my peace with me, but what if I ain't got it? What am I able to, is this enough? Just this. And I think that every man should be proficient enough, whether it's martial arts. For me, I'm gonna learn Tai Chi, boxing, kickboxing, which is where my trainer is teaching me now, kickboxing. But you need to be able to know how to protect yourself, how to protect your family, okay? And so I think that those are important. So you gotta be in a community of people who are not afraid to say, I don't know, and don't be judged. Or I struggle with that. I don't want to struggle with that. Or I like that a little bit too much and I ain't supposed to like it. And I'm gonna tell you that I don't want to do it, but inside I really do want to do it. Well, we got to get to the bottom line of what all of that is and help you deal with it. We want to really show you who you are and being able to tell yourself the truth about who you are, what you have, what you don't have, and what you honestly are willing to put the work in to do. Now, those are 3-4 different categories that we all got to deal with, because some of us are living on fantasy island. We don't even tell ourselves the truth. You know what? I'm that friend. I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm just real talk. I'm that friend that I'm going to tell you like this. If you come to me and you tell me, yo, man, my wife bugging, bruh. She keeps bugging and bugging. I'm going to give you advice. I'm going to kind of help you with it if you ask me and you know you want it. I'm going to give it to you. Second time, man, my wife is bugging, bruh. She bugging. Now I'm going to give you advice, give you a good counselor. All right. And then third time, give you advice, give you a counselor, and I'm going to look you dead in your eye and I'm going to tell you just like this. Hey, man, either you get serious about fixing your situation or you leave her. But what we're not going to do is have another conversation about this. Let me be clear. Man Up Community, I'm not here to help you save your marriage. No, I'm not. I'm helping you be the best version of you. Some of y'all, I'm going to talk. Some of y'all, you probably needed to leave a long time ago because the one you're dealing with is toxic. Y'all fighting in front of the kids and all this kind of crazy stuff. She's not self-aware. She don't know how to listen. You may want to go to counseling. She don't want to go. Why are you still there, bruh? And I'm that kind of friend that if you still want to keep talking about it, you can keep talking about it, but I'm gonna give you a bill because this ain't what I do. If I can help you figure out what you got going on, but outside of that, man, you got to be willing to put the work in to be and do what you want to do. Or you just want to complain. And if you just want to complain, that's fine. But time is currency. And you want to complain, let me give you my hourly rate. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm absolutely 1,000% serious. Because as we move forward and we scale this year, you got to be serious enough to make the decisions about moving forward. All right? I did this post recently about, hey man, tell the show through. Stop sucking your gut in. If you don't like your stomach, all right, if you have a gut, be all right. Flaunt that mug. Be out there and in the streets with your belly like they do in Africa, some places where they just, they like, a big belly is a sign of wealth. All right, well, go to the beach. Look like Jabba the Hutt on the beach. Somebody thinks Jabba is sexy. They would also think you're sexy. Or maybe your belly ain't that big, but you love it. That's fine. But if you don't love it, then what are you willing to do to get rid of it? Hey man, you don't know how hard it is. Yeah, I got it. I do know how hard it is. I'm not just, I'm also a member. I'm a member of the club, but I'm working on it. I'm no longer willing to give an ounce of energy to the problem more than I'm willing to give that same ounce or more energy to the solution. Because beside every problem, there's a possibility. And depends on what you choose to see is what you're going to choose to focus on. And so, I'm tight. I got to drink a lot of water. 48 don't exercise the same way. But I've determined that if I'm going to complain about it, then I'm going to be willing to work to deal with it. Don't just talk about this kind of stuff, man. Don't just talk about how you want to make money. Put yourself in circles where people are making money. Real talk. And because I believe in you, that's what Man Up Community is about. That's what Man Up Certified is about. And soon we will open up both of them again. So I just wanted to just holler at you and give you those nuggets. Hey, bruh, I love you. Always feel free to reach out to us on our website, Man Up Community. You can also, I got a new app coming out. The new app is coming out. There's a new app coming out. So maybe even in this correspondence, you can sign up on the email. Make sure I have your email so that you can be one of the people that I can send the app to, because that will be inspiration all day long. In the morning, some of it's going to be live, some of it will be pre-recorded, but it's real talk where we go deep, and then some of the events that we will do around the city and what have you, as we really, truly become intentional about building this community. All right? I'm KD Bo. Love you, bruh. Man up.